Hey everybody, welcome back to another recap of 90 Day Fiancé the Ultra Way here on YouTube. We have not a lot. I feel like we're nearing the end. I know I keep saying that, but I feel like because now we're just...
Yeah, I think there's going to be a pause coming at some point soon.
Yeah. So where are we starting first? Because not a lot of juice happened here in this episode.
No, it wasn't. Okay, they weren't in it.
We can start with Miss Nikki Baby and Derek Zoolander. Yeah. So Shekinah and Sarper. I didn't realize it. We're only on day 3 of them being together. And it feels like 3 months.
Yeah.
But she's in the kitchen, fake mad, and she's taking 3 hours to wash one dish. Mm-hmm. And she's talking about how, she's a little annoyed that things aren't progressing the way she wants, and how he has female clients still, and
how he still won't make a social media post about her.
All that jazz. So all of a sudden, he gets into like construction drag, and then he like puts on the boombox and does like a strip show. And he does this to show how he's dedicated to her, because that makes sense. But of course, she's open and thinks like this is cute, even though he looks fucking ridiculous.
He dances like a video game.
Yeah, and I laughed because I was like, oh, that 40 plus showed up because Mister was out of breath.
Okay, I was like, nigga, I know you're not breathing all hard behind what you. All you did was just.
Yeah.
He danced like a Grand Theft Auto, like a GTA person.
Yeah, like those NPCs on TikTok where they like be reacting to the emoji shit that people buy for them.
Yeah. And she thought that was sexy. She didn't really. She was turned off initially, and then she was just turned on. But that nigga was like, breathing hard boots like he just ran miles.
And in between breath, this is the first time I made this dance one-on-one.
Pat me on back. I'm such a good boyfriend.
Yeah. You see, I have an erection. It proves this love is only for you.
Because it's pointing in your direction. Shekinah, you don't appreciate all my expressions of love.
Oh my gosh. I want, like, he gets high on his own supply.
But it is part of me it's amusing to watch, like somebody who sucks up helium. Like...
Yeah, I'm like so fascinated about how much he's into himself, and it's genuine, and he's not putting on. I'm like, you better stand yourself, friend.
Because his face be so sincere. He's always like, what? I don't understand. I showed you love from me to you, never to anyone else.
Yeah.
I love it.
So they go to the gym. And they working out or whatever, and one of his women clients come up, and they greet each other, warm, like, hug, kiss, whatever. Nothing too cray-cray. But of course, Shekinah is pissed about it because she thought she made herself very clear about not having female clients, women clients. So while he's like, okay, baby, you go work on that. You do your push-pulls. I'm going to go get my money with this client or whatever. And like the client is just regular workout gear. She's not doing that Instagram thing where you tuck the shorts in so your butt looks like it's like she's just ready to work out. Right?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about them ruched crack.
Yes. I have there's this TikTok video that teaches you how to do it, so it looks like you just it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not hating. It's just what it's a ruched crack.
Yeah, it's a ruched crack. I think it's fascinating that people do that. But
I love it.
Sure.
I'm like, yes, crack your ruche, but or ruche your crack. But the girl is honestly just working out, because production asked her to come. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And Shekinah interrupts them, and she's like, excuse me. I thought we talked about this. And he was like, I'm working out. We're not going to do this right now. And she was like, fine. So she goes to hide out in the locker room. And he's like looking around for her afterwards. Like, well, where the fuck she go? She's just chilling in the locker room on the gram. Like, well, fuck it. Since he's not going to pay attention to me, I'm just going to be on the gram liking niggas' pictures. So
eating this lollipop. Like, she looked like she had one of them lollipops that don't have no flavor. It's just sugar. Not even a good one.
Right. And so he finds her and he's like, I can't be in here. I'll get arrested. Like, which I didn't even think about that. But in that country, yeah. So he was like, come on. Like, what is the problem? And she's protesting by eating carbs and sugar.
Yeah.
And, he's like, I'm sneaking in so I could talk to you, figure out what's the point. He was like, I thought I told you about this gym thing. And he was like, 90% of my clients are women. Men don't need trainers, or they don't want a trainer because they think it's weak or whatever the fuck. I make my money from women.
And he's like, bitch, if I was broke, you wouldn't deal with me. Like,
exactly. And then he's like, he says, he quotes Nene. He was like, you're being really bitchy. Didn't call her a bitch.
No.
Just said she was being bitchy. But then that set her off. And then he took her lollipop and then he threw it on the ground. But that was kind of the end of them. Nothing really happened.
Yeah. They silly. And I don't be interested.
Yeah.
He is actually the most interesting part of this to me.
Oh, yeah. Now, her life story would be interesting if she actually shared it, because I'm very interested in how y'all just casually became Amish.
Absolutely. Like, and then, like, didn't, and everybody, I just want to know the ins and that would be a story, girl. You're following the wrong path.
Wrong discovery, wrong production.
Because you're just not that interesting to watch on here. But I'll watch you on the TLC.
Get you on an adjacent Married to Plathville situation.
Hello! What a history backstory episode. Special episode.
Yeah.
Be all the way into that.
Okay. But that was them.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Holly and Wayne. Cocktail and Colonel Guile.
Colonel Guile and Shakes.
Medical cocktail. It's wedding day. And since they are witnesses, this is kind of, weddings are the only thing that they're kind of allowed to celebrate. So this is a very big deal to her. And regardless, it's a wedding day. It should be a very big deal, regardless of what
you got a right
religion
to have
or
that, I guess.
Right. She was flipping out. She had a meltdown because she didn't have any eyelashes.
Yeah.
Now, a part of me was like, girl, it's not that deep. But also the major part of me was like, girl, it's drag. You have to have a lash.
Well,
like,
no,
why
you
didn't you
must
think
have
about
a lash.
that?
But I also was like, does your makeup artist not have any backups for you? Or
yeah, like what was the tea?
But
there?
I get it. She wanted to have like her lashes done. She doesn't want to worry about the strip. She wants to have, the individuals. But the problem is he took her on that damn safari. She was too tired. She overslept. And she missed her eyelash appointment.
See how men sabotage things for women all the time, and you have no clue. Because my note says, "No, girl, you need a lash."
She
now my favorite thing as of the last couple months. Remember that Reddit post about the woman who takes pictures of like armpits because she thinks they're funny looking of skinny people. I now look at women on television and their eyelashes, because them lashes be beating them the fuck up. So like Joy on Love After Lockup, that eyelash be beating her ass like right here, and I'm like, girl.
You're anti-woman, Tyler Perry.
No, I'm not. Oh, you called me tilapia. Trash fish.
Trash fish. So yeah, so this starts the trajectory of her meltdowns. Now we get to him as he's arriving to the venue with Colonel Giles Sr. I was like, okay, so that's what it looked like when Street Fighter grew up and got old.
Yeah.
But we
meet
the prequel. But we BC. But we meet, his parents, and his daddy is his best man and his twin, who cloned Tyrone. Yeah. Meanwhile, she's having the only breakdown. I mean, it sounds like Chloe and Halle falling. Baby, so now I don't know if I missed something initially. I don't think I realized she was married so many times. And Mama was like, oh, the first wedding, I went through with it even though it didn't feel right. And then she's like, and the second wedding, I went through with it even though it didn't feel right. And I'm just not feeling right today. And I was like, oh, we got a little bit of, what's her name? Julia Roberts. We got a little Julia Roberts in the place. You're the lady who runs away when it's time to get married.
Runaway bride.
She said her second wedding, it was so bad, she got so drunk, her daddy had to walk her down the aisle and hold her up. She couldn't even keep herself up, which...
That's a sign that you did not need to get married, Queen.
I had another thought that probably was inappropriate, so...
Oh. Okay. We're on YouTube.
It's generally hard to keep her up. But,
yeah.
I'll just leave it there. So she's just like not in good spirits. She already looks like she has to shit every time we see her anyway. It's like,
yeah,
so,
every time.
She and they're like, I'm not mentally ready.
What did Jim Cornette say? She shakes like a dog passing a peach pit. And it took me forever to figure out what the fuck that meant. Oh, the Southerners are so colorful.
Like boots, okay? Taste the rainbow.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, she does do that. Yes, she's shaking.
So she's getting herself together, and they go on about their way. Didn't realize she wasn't gonna wear shoes.
Yeah, so about that, her look in general, like, this definitely didn't help those allegations about her being corpse bride.
No, not at all.
Like, because it was very much like the dress was like had a lot of frills, and it was very like Tammy Faye Baker, Jen Crouch,
hair black. Weird. She was behind the veil.
Yeah, like Priscilla.
Susan, what's her
name? What's Susie? Who?
What's her corpse bride? What's her name?
Oh yes,
Sally.
Sally. Yes. We have to watch A Nightmare Before Christmas. It's time.
Oh yeah, let's do that for
this.
Let's do that Halloween. With Patreon.
Yeah, we should
for the season.
Yeah. So all 7 people are being impatient because she's an hour late.
Yeah, and they made them stand.
And of course she comes. She doesn't get cold feet. They get married, and now they're more tolerable now that they're married and have boned.
Yeah, now that they can fuck. Now I still don't know when she genuinely enjoys anything, because even when she smiles, she looks like she's passing a kidney stone. So I'm not entirely sure of her emotional range, but
yeah, I'm not either. Like, what does joy look like for her? Like,
I'll tell you who I do enjoy. I don't know what it is about her. Maybe it's just because she's just like, I love a sizable woman, but His sister.
His sister.
His sister just is like a
you
warm
love a Mrs.
titty.
Potts.
Yeah.
Woo!
Even when her mother was breaking down crying, she, oh, come here. I have to keep reminding myself you a South African white woman, which means so many things. But
you love a British Bake Off queen.
I do. I love a warm hug in the form of a human. I do. Something about it is just reassuring and comforting. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, you like bread. I like that. I like that. I do. Yeah. And I was cackling boots at her doing, not running this trot down the aisle trying to hold.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
She's like, Holly. I was like, oh, is she going to fall?
Because she was inching her in her little shortcut. But
that was it for them. They fucked. And, you know, and we're going to see what happens.
Yep. That was him. Let's move on to TJ and Kimberly. So Kim and her parents are headed to the family crib, or her crib technically now because she live upstairs.
Yeah.
They've done some HGTV. They've done some reno. Yeah. So we get to see what's been done since Kim released the Kraken. Yeah. Right. So before they come over there, TJ asked Yash to be like, hey, nigga, listen.
Yeah.
How about we just squash it all? Let's start anew, you know?
He's like, I need you to cut this shit.
And Yash goes, I'll try. Because he's like, I see your point. However, I'm still him. So I'm just going to keep quiet for now. So, like, you know, Kim's folks come over, you know, they're warm and protective white people. You know, they've been through some shit and they did fix the apartment. They added doors where there needed to be, because remember there wasn't a door that needed to be there that entered the shower thing, because he was like, look, it's very European, and Kim rolled her eyes. But there is a door of where, so nobody's looking into their bathroom directly from their bedroom window. Some upgrades and shit, and so, you know, her parents were like, oh, okay,
it's a cute space.
It's cool. It looked better than downstairs, so it's litty.
And her mom's like, you can decorate this. This is doable, honey. Nah, she didn't make any mention of the windows yet, but you know, small steps. He built an entire apartment for her, so
yeah.
So they go to have the family sit down.
Now I couldn't tell if his mama was being phony or not.
Yes.
Because she was like, oh, welcome to my home. We're a family like a giant tree, which is a Shady song, by the way, which we need to break down.
We are a family like a giant tree.
Because remember, they said that shit when they fired her. Remember, yeah, we're a family because we're so much more between you and I.
We need to bring back Fucked Up Song of the Week. Yeah.
That and Heavy. Heavy.
You got so heavy on me.
Talk about emotions. No, y'all call her big just because she was pregnant. Y'all being phobic. This is why people don't like Beyonce.
So they gonna have that. So I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if I call it all the way. You remember when? I don't think they consider it phony. They consider it polite, and they consider, like disagreeing impolite. So remember when what's her name? Walter Mercado with Rishi's mother.
Jen and Rishi.
So Rishi's mother was like, "Oh yeah, that's so nice. Like it's gonna be good." And as soon as she left, she was like, "Absolutely the fuck not, nigga. You'll never marry this old white bitch." Like, you know. So
they're being polite.
They're being polite, and then also this is a little different because they're actually getting married in a day or two. So, you know, I think mom is like, okay. And also, I'm not going to take that energy into meeting her family, and it's also impolite to bring that energy. But some things just need to be discussed, even if they're uncomfortable. And I know this is where those cultural differences really set in. It's not necessarily about who's right and who's wrong. It's about how people operate. So the dad introduces the conversation in a gentle way. He's like, I just want to talk about the cultural differences and how we can find a mutual respect for one another. Mm-hmm. And his mother pretty much says, in so many words, yeah, we can all be good if we all have respect for one another. Meaning, if she respects our culture and we still don't give a fuck.
Don't start none, don't be none.
Right. She's like, bitch, don't cook no onions and garlic in here. I already said what I said, and as long as you can respect that, then we'll be good.
Now, mind you, I cooked onions and garlic the other day at my house. That is such a delight in butter. Absolutely. It is such a wonderful.
Oh, let me tell you something. The grandmothers say if you ever want people to just think that you're making dinner, you just fry you up some onions, garlic, and butter. It will always be a smell.
That's how you do it. Like if you want to fake like you can cook, just do that and then order and then like plate it. I slaved in this kitchen all day.
This is Doubtfire.
Yes.
Somebody like myself would be like, this is absolutely takeout mac and cheese. But go off. It's good. So
whatever.
Now, I cracked up when Daddy addressed Yash because he addressed him gentle, but it was also like, now you. What's up with you? And Yash is like, oh, it's all good. We are good. I am happy. I love her.
Phony.
And Dad is like, okay, as long as we all on the same page. And Kim is over there like, I don't motherfucking trust it. I don't trust nothing.
This is a temporary truce.
Yeah, a temporary truce instead of a long-term solution. I was like, she's not wrong, but also Mama can stand to just like stand down a smidge.
Lighten up.
Like
it's wedding. It's focused on the love that you and TJ
have to be a battle.
Are about
like
to be.
We can get the things together in the home as a little time goes on. It doesn't have to be like a baby, it's a firework. Like you don't have to do that.
Right. Nothing is so like end of the world.
Yeah, chill out, Curly Sue. It's all good.
Right.
So that was pretty much it. Next up, wedding shit.
Last one. Brandan and Mary. Michael, Sarah, and Mary. Because who did I say Mary looked like the other day? Shit, she looked like somebody. Oh, Ice Spice.
That is definitely Filipino Ice Spice.
Because she gives nothing except anger and tears. Yeah. So it's been 2 weeks and Filipina Ice Spice is still pregnant. They don't do anything. They just, in the beginning they made it seem like that, but it's not really. But in the beginning they just do no work. It's just vibes. But she does all the chores while he just kind of just slays around. The man set
He's like,
in.
I'm so stressed about how I'm going to take care of my family, so I decompress by reading and playing on my phone all day.
That's kind of like me when I have a bunch of editing to do and I take a nap.
It'd be like that. Sometimes it'd be like that. Not every day when your girl is pregnant and like.
See, this is the colonizer shit that's set up. He said, I provided all this money for this farm. Now y'all saw Underground. So anywho, oh, that was YouTube, probably not.
But I'm over here like I did fund this whole house, so maybe I won't wash a dish.
Yeah, because he's trying not to be this, but I'm again not a part of the problem, but I'm definitely not a part of the solution because I definitely would be like, hold on, wait a minute, now damn it. I know optically how this looks is wild, but financially in the
60 G's
right,
US.
Right. The books tell me otherwise. Quicken tells me.
Okay, this is how you fucked around and found out. Okay.
FAFO. Right. So 2 months ago, And again, I was reminded, well, where the fuck has Lola been? Did they leave the Philippines? Did they move to America?
Remember they went to Manila to go work.
Yeah, but that was a long periodically time ago. Like, like they had enough time to open a fucking 7-Eleven in front of their house.
But this might be a Drag Race timeline. Well, we don't know how long they was building that store either. The store just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did.
I was like,
they had a pop up.
Right. I know what we'll do. We'll build a store in front of the house. And I was like, I mean, genius, but when did this happen?
Yeah, when did this occur?
I also was confused by the concept because they went to another local store to get stuff to stock this bodega. So, but it wasn't like going to a Costco, or maybe it was. Maybe that was like a Filipino Costco.
No. They were buying just from a larger market and selling it to them, because I guess there's a couple other people behind them, but they have to charge extra for their shit, right?
Yeah, but it's not a lot extra.
Yeah. So she tells us that she borrowed money from her home base for seed money for the shop. Mm-hmm. And they go and buy a couple of, like chips and, calypsos and all that stuff, and tasty treats and shit.
Some toilet cleaner and, things that people can just pick up around the way.
Yeah, bodega shit, right? Mm-hmm. And if they sell out, they're only guaranteed to make 56 cents in profits USD. That is nothing at all. It's not worth it. And they are about $1,000 in debt because of the store.
Mm-hmm. Because they borrowed 60,000 pesos, I think she said.
Yeah, they use pesos
to build this store. And it was an idea she had on a whim, and was like, this is what we're going to do to make money. But like XD said, the profit is not. So he's trying to talk about these profit margins with her. She's not fully grasping everything, but it doesn't help that he's lazy and not doing shit. She's like, well, we could make more money if you would wake up on time and help me in the store. Right. And then it's like ping pong. He's like, well, I could wake up earlier and help you in the store if I understood Tagalog. So
right. Which it was like, got him, but also you don't need to know Tagalog.
But also,
to work
while you're
the farm
on your phone all day playing Angry Birds and whatever the fuck else, you could be studying some Tagalog, nigga. What you could be doing, huh?
I said I still play Angry Birds, but he could still be on Babbel.
Yeah, but you don't live in the Philippines. Yeah,
he could be on Babbel. Use code JXD.
Yeah, get a percentage off. Mm-hmm. So he has a bright idea. It's interesting how this happened. First he says, well, if I got some papers and if we got married and I got some papers, could I get a better job? She's like, yeah, that could work. Mm-hmm. Okay, bet. So he goes and hides this ring that he bought at Kohl's back when he was in the States. That is the size of the fattest nigga's knuckles ever known to man.
It is the size of their future baby.
Like, it's like, I don't think XD could wear this as a toe ring.
No.
And that nigga got big feet.
Yeah. It was so big. I was like, is this like a gasket or something? Like, what is this supposed to be
right.
on?
It looked like an attachment to my washing machine.
Yeah, my vacuum.
But he hides this Kohl's ring by the toilet bowl cleaner.
No.
Brings her out to this rainy ass shed store.
It is the most unromantic thing ever.
So you want to get married? And he pulls this little Kohl's ring out, and she's looking at it. He's like, look, it's engraved. I am enough. Now, notice he didn't say, I got it engraved. He said, it was engraved.
Yeah, because he won it at a state fair.
by picking up
like
picking
the claw.
up a teddy bear.
Yeah, like they did as Space Adventures on Toy Story.
He's like, this is from a famous jewelry store in the States called Dave and Buster. So Every kiss begins with K.
Van Cleef and Arpels, Billy Biggs and Biddles, Dave and Buster's.
So it don't matter how many lies he tells her. She's disgusted. I mean, he says it and she looks like she's standing in a pit of ox shit.
She was in her mood. In the deli, in her mood. Yes. It's the way he didn't even propose. It was kind of like he got up out the bed, didn't turn his swag on.
Did not turn his took a look at Mary and said, "What's up?
Yeah.
You want to get married?"
Yeah. He said, "I didn't have this plan." And she just kind of like,
"I know, nigga, I can tell.
I can tell." And he's like, "You want to put it on?" And she's like, "Right now?" And then she tells us like, well, I kind of only said yes out of obligation. Like I guess I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Clearly he didn't care about your feelings if he didn't give a shit to have like at least a speech prepared or one knee, because she's so like wanting a television love fantasy and shit or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Mama said she wants to get. She said I was trying to get proposed like I was on ABC Family. I seen too many programs.
Mama watches The Bachelorette.
Like princesses, but see what she fails to realize. How I interpreted it, I said, "Oh, this is Filipino hood love," because my nigga didn't propose to me either. Here we are, 12 years in. You know, sometimes it just been my dad when he proposed to my mom, he was like, "You want to do this?" And she was like, "Yeah, okay, I guess." And that's what she said. He said, "So you want, you want to marry me?" Or she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna marry you." So I don't.
It's kind of like how we did it. It was kind of like, yeah, well, it's more of like a, well, I guess we should set a date. Yeah, I guess so. And it's like, so we get rings? Yeah, I guess we should. It's kind of like,
yeah.
It's never been like a formal thing. And I just kind of feel like people who are going to be together for a long periodically time, that's how it happens.
Sometimes you don't need all them bells and whistles.
Now you 30,000 G's in the hole and divorced.
Okay, we got married in the backyard. 6 G's. Done. Nigga,
exactly. Period.
So it's, but I do also understand the fact that there was no intention put into this. Whatsoever.
No, not at all.
She's like, this fucking stinks, but I'm gonna do it. And that was them. It's about to get a little spicy though in the coming episodes.
Just can't wait till we reach our ineffective host, Sean Robinson. So we all know it's ineffective. She's ineffective, excuse me. But anywho, until next time, YouTube, log on to Patreon to see more. Bye.